Today we're going to break down what exactly liquidity pools are in decentralized finance and how they work. In traditional finance, most platforms use an order book method, which matches buyers and sellers together. So say a buyer has a certain amount of volume they want to buy at a certain price, and then we have the sellers who have a certain amount of volume they want to sell and at a certain price. So if the prices are the same for both the buyer and the seller, then the order will be executed and those two will basically exchange. In decentralized finance, a liquidity pool model is used where the liquidity pool will automatically match the buyer-sell order of the buyer or seller. This means that people who are providing for the liquidity pool are willing to match the other end of the trade. In return, the trader is paying a small fee to the liquidity provider. So here we have a trader inputting 10 token A plus a 0.03% fee that goes into the liquidity pool, and there's a proportion here based on what's being traded. So we have token A and token B. 100 token A is equivalent to 10 token B, so they put in 10 token A plus that small fee, and in return they receive the proportion there, which would be 1 token B. So the trader is inputting 10 token A into the liquidity pool and in return receiving 1 token B, which means the proportion here is 10 token A to 1 token B. You put in 10A, you get 1B, and again, once you put in the token A, you of course have to pay that small fee that we mentioned earlier. That small fee goes over here to the liquidity provider based on how much of the liquidity pool they make up. On the other end, the liquidity provider is the one providing those tokens that the trader wants to buy. So the trader wants to buy 10 token A, while the liquidity provider over here is supplying 10 token A and 1 token B. Then we can see here on the reserves pool, which is the liquidity pool, there's 100 token A's total and 10 token B's total. So that would mean that the liquidity provider makes up 10% of this liquidity pool. So they should receive benefits or outputs in exchange for providing that liquidity in proportion to that 10% of the pool they make up. This is better than traditional finance because people don't have to wait for the trade to actually execute. It's instant, and then anybody could actually become a market maker and supply this liquidity to receive benefits. There are two types of liquidity that people can provide. Uniswap v2 is known as full range liquidity, and Uniswap v3 is known as concentrated liquidity. Both have their benefits, but the more profitable and capital efficient one is going to be the v3 concentrated liquidity. Concentrated liquidity means you can leverage your capital without having to worry about liquidations, whereas with full range liquidity, you're providing liquidity across every single possible price point, which is capitally inefficient because you're providing liquidity at price points that could never be touched. The benefit of full range liquidity though is you don't have to manage it all the time. You basically set it and let it run. Whereas for concentrated liquidity, you're going to have to manage it way more often. If you guys want to learn how to take advantage of liquidity pools to earn money on your assets, drop a like and subscribe.